Courtland Simmons with you here at the CS Racing Report with the Preakness Pick Podcast. Let's quickly swing into the action here. The major issues being, of course, the recovery of the Derby winner along with his sixth place rival, Midnight Bourbon. How will they fare in here? Then you have, of course, Concert Tour, MEDINA Spirit stablemate. After 5 weeks, can he be able to right the wrong of the Arkansas Derby and be able to run successfully at 9.5 furlongs as he did in the Rebel at 8.5? He didn't do as well in the Arkansas Derby. That's a major issue, but a lot of people like the fact the talent is there. Can that stretch itself out over the mile and 3/16? Then Chad Brown has two in here with Risk Taking and Crowded Trade. I think Crowded Trade is probably the more talented horse, even though Risk Taking is better bred to go a mile, the 9.5 furlongs, but he had a bad effort in the Wood Memorial. He's going to have to improve along with his stablemate in a race that was woefully slow and yielded the top two finishers not doing so well at Churchill Downs. What would make a lot of people think that they could fare or they could be competitive in the Preakness, and that's going to be the question. Along with Mike McCarthy, Ron Brower, a distant third in the Preakness, but he's been a solid horse, former assistant to Todd Pletcher. He comes in here with a horse that a lot of people believe, if the 3 of MEDINA Spirit, the Derby winner, and the 10 Concert Tour, who drew on the outside, didn't draw as well as MEDINA Spirit or Midnight Bourbon, whom a lot of people think has a good chance to win, that there's going to be some pace up front that could set it up for a horse like Ron Brower and some others, which segues into the picks. I think that the upset special would be Risk Taking, who's bred to go this far, stepping up from that puzzling performance in the Wood and winning the 9, the 3, the 10, and the 4 as the upset special over the Derby winner, his stablemate Concert Tour, and risk-taking stablemate Crowded Trade. And then what would be, I think, a milder upset, because people like his chances, would be Midnight Bourbon over Concert Tour with the Derby winner third, and maybe perhaps Ron Brower or the 9 horse finishing Unbridled Honor, finishing fourth to fill out the Super. Then the second set of picks, again, Concert Tour, it's all based on, it's predicated on his talent level and how he can do on the front end. The 10, the 4, the 3, and the 5 over Crowded Trade, MEDINA Spirit, and Midnight Bourbon. Then you flip those 4 horses, but with Concert Tour still on top, with his stablemate second, the 5 Midnight Bourbon, and the number 4 Crowded Trade. That, I think, could be a logical Super. And then alternatives to fill out the top 4 would be the 6 and the 8. And then the final pick, I give the Derby winner a slight edge. A lot of people think he got burned and roasted in the Derby in that battle, that procured battle in the stretch of that race, but no Hot Rod Charlie, no Essential Quality, only Midnight Bourbon and the fresh shooters to tackle. The 3, the 5, the 6, and the 4 over Midnight Bourbon, Ron Brower, and Crowded Trade, or the Derby winner over the 4, Crowded Trade, Midnight Bourbon, and his stablemate Concert Tour, filling out the Super 3, 4, 5, 10. Or you could go the Derby winner, the 3, the 10, his stablemate for a Baffert Exacta, 3, 10, and then the 5 Midnight Bourbon and the 4 Crowded Trade. So those are kind of the picks. I think the pace will be honest in this race. Could be very, very fast, though. That is going to be the key factor in the outcome of this 146 Preakness Stakes. We're going to certainly preview it in the build-up leading to the third leg, the Belmont Stakes, right here at the CS Racing Report.